You can see my double chin this time. See my chin. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
What? What's fuck?
Nothing.
Fuck?
Nothing's fuck. The fucking show's starting.
We're like 10 seconds in. We said fuck 12 times. Welcome to this podcast. The Point Podcast, a.k.a. the Fuck Podcast.
The fuck show.
The Fuck Show. We have all the fucks together. Shit. All right. More now they're like just R and not X. Oh my gosh. Maybe we do this. Maybe do it.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Hello.
Episode 25 of the show.
Mm-hmm.
The Point Podcast. My name's Brad. That's Mike.
Hi, everybody.
Over
Quarter of
there.
100. Quarter of 100.
Quarter of 100. 25%.
So,
Wow.
yeah. I was just telling somebody the other day that I really feel that we've said this before, have gotten in our stride. Like, I was listening to it, and I really liked it. I thought it was really funny.
Yeah, we've gotten into A stride.
Yeah, A stride.
A stride.
We found our flow.
Right.
As like talk to people.
Yeah.
So.
Because like there's a show I listen to that's had like 520 episodes, and I've listened to all of them, and I have like a favorite. Like the 300s are my favorite.
Yeah.
I feel like out of all those, like they like caught a different kind of flow during the 300s, and then they kind of went out of it. So the 300s will always be my favorite.
Maybe they got bored after 300.
No, like from 300 to 400, those are my favorite.
Oh, for 300 to 400.
Yeah.
The 300s.
Yeah, the 300s.
Oh.
Out of like 500 something.
Damn. Well, we did okay. I mean, we caught our stride at 25.
Yeah.
21, not 300.
Yeah.
We did this 300 times. We're finally fucking getting it right.
It's July 22nd, 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, if you guys remember last week from episode 24, I had just had a job interview. And now on this show, Mike has just had a job interview.
Fresh. I'm still dressed in the shit. I look nice. I even got my fancy nerd watch on and my nice little bracelet.
Nice, dude.
I had to shave, unfortunately, so they could see my double chin.
How'd it go?
I crushed it. I freaking crushed it. It felt great. And, you know,
Were you nervous?
I did something different this. Well, of course I was nervous. Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get out of a shitty situation, get into a good one.
Yeah.
But I did something different in this interview that I've never done in an interview before.
Okay.
In always interviews, I try to be professional, like super professional.
Right.
When I mean professional, like, oh, my goals in life are this and this, blah blah blah. You know, oh, my methodical answer is this.
Right.
What's an attribute about yourself that you really like?
Right.
It's like, well, I'm punctual. It's
Right.
like, I didn't do that this one.
You're just yourself?
Yeah, and it started really well because the first thing I got was he handed me a beer, which was great. I'm like,
Crazy.
I'm like, this is going to be good. We sat down. It was two guys.
Yeah.
And I just, like I said, fuck it. I'm just going to be myself. I can just talk. Accident, like I told you, I accidentally said the fuck word. I said the F word in an interview.
That's crazy.
I didn't say it loud. I was like, fuck. No, I was just like, man, that's fucking crazy. And I was like, oops, sorry. Sorry about that. But from what I could tell is the people there are pretty chill.
Well, in my interview there, the guy said shit.
He did?
Yeah.
Well, see? There
I didn't.
you go.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good one, though. I was honest. I gave just honest, easy answers.
Yeah, that's good.
It was probably the best interview I've done.
Really?
Ever.
It was one of my better ones there. Because it's, if you haven't noticed by now, it's for the same place.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody. But
We're both applying at the same place, people.
Right, and I still haven't heard back, and it sucks big time.
He's just bitching.
I hate it.
Took me 3 weeks to get an interview, guys, and he got one in like a week.
I don't think I'm going to get it.
Stop saying that.
Like
positivity.
Whatever I say is not going to have any effect on the outcome.
Has an effect on you.
I know, but still.
So,
it's like
you can't change the outcome, but you can change you. That's what's the point, right?
I'll be fine either way.
I know.
But it's like people think like where they sit on the couch like affects the football game. Like once you move over to this cushion, like this team starts doing bad, so you fucking move back to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, it doesn't have any effect.
I totally agree with you. It doesn't. And I told him earlier, and you guys can tell this, I was negative last week, and he was nice. And then I am now the positive one, and he's the negative one. Which is totally cool. And like you said, everyone has a
done
bad day.
for.
Everyone has a bad day.
I'm done for. Just go on without me.
Fuck it, man.
Save yourself.
You can do it.
No, just look. Just
I don't
keep
want
going.
it. It will literally take. It will be a bittersweet moment if I get a job there and you don't. I would feel so fucking bad.
It's gonna happen.
No, it's not. I'm not gonna say either way. You're gonna. I think you're gonna get it. You have way more computer experience than I do.
Then why wait a week to tell me?
I don't know. Fucking busy. You know the guy that does a lot of the hiring? He's working till Sunday. His week's not over.
Good. Fucking, I'll be available all weekend.
Call me on Sunday, bitch.
208.
11:58 p.m. Call my ass on Sunday. So
My room was so hot last night.
it's been hot and muggy because of the storms, which I don't mind. I fucking love storms.
I love storms too. I have no air conditioner though.
You don't?
No,
What about that thing?
it's a fan.
There's a fan behind us. Why don't you put the fan in your room?
I just didn't want to get up and move it.
Fucking
I just
idiot.
laid in the fucking heat.
So you dealt with
Just like,
hours of shittiness
yeah.
because you didn't want 30 seconds of moving a fan.
like 2 a.m. Just like, oh, why is it so hot?
Do you sleep naked?
No.
You don't? You
No.
sleep in clothes? Oh, that's so weird. Do you have, like, a thick
Basketball
blanket?
shorts and a shirt.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I can't do
I
that.
can't sleep naked because I'm scared that something's gonna happen, like a fire or a burglar or something,
Yeah?
and I'm gonna need to be more prepared than that.
Dude, you'll startle the burglar by being naked. You'll
I
be
sleep
like,
in
"Oh,
fucking tennis
shit."
shoes. I sleep in tennis shoes.
What?
No, just kidding. I sleep in tennis shoes with a backpack on.
Yeah?
I'm ready to go,
You ready to fucking go?
but naked. Other than that,
You know what you need then? You need a bathrobe.
sleep in the bathroom.
No, you
Oh, no.
sleep naked, but if something happens, you just get up and put your bathrobe on.
So then you're running down the street just naked with a bathrobe just flying like a bat cape.
No, you tie them closed.
Oh,
Plus, no one's going to judge you if you're in a horrible situation and you're running down the street with your balls hanging out in a robe. Everyone freaks out. You not seen the pictures of people after earthquakes?
I've
So-
never seen naked people after earthquakes.
Never? I've seen it.
Well,
See pictures? See people standing outside.
I'll
and they
never be
got,
those
like,
people.
They just got a sock and a t-shirt on. They're holding the t-shirt down because they couldn't find pants.
a
during
sock
the-
and a t-shirt. I've also seen people that got bit by sharks in shark attacks, and that's never gonna happen to me either.
That's fucking terrible.
So naked people after earthquake and shark attack victims, I can't relate to.
Yeah. Speaking of naked people, I did a shift at the fire department last night.
Oh no.
And so talk about muggy. Like, I know, because I had to sleep in clothes. Like, I can't sleep naked. And it was muggy. There's no AC in there. So
Wow, that's
it
lame.
was a busy night.
My tax dollars are going nowhere.
So they're going to all the awesome brand new equipment and training we have.
Oh, okay.
But before we went to bed, we were just sitting in there because it's the off time. The work day for firefighters is obviously 24 hours. I
Right.
mean, most firefighters do a 48 to a 72-hour shift. So, but their like work day is like when they're like taking care of the equipment, when they're doing paperwork and all that stuff. That's
Right.
8 to 8 to 5. I think that's how it goes. Afterwards, it's kind of like you're on call, but you're at the fire station.
Right.
So, and we were watching a show, Naked and Afraid.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
I've seen moments.
I hadn't seen it before, but we were watching.
It's all blurred out and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they don't blur out the back of the ass.
Oh, really?
So they blur out like the front crotch and the chest.
Right.
And I was watching the first one that was like 40 hours, but then it went to the 21-hour one of the original ones. And one of the lady that did it, that was on there with the guy, was from Spokane.
Oh, wow.
A single mother from Spokane. She
Right.
did it. And she was with the guy, and the guy totally pussed out. Took him 5 days to break and call it good. He was such a pussy about it. I was watching, I'm like, you bitch, stop freaking out. You're in the Florida Everglades. Just
Yeah.
chill the hell out.
Yeah.
Like, you're fine.
Jeez.
And but he like freaking out, and she's like catching stuff, and at one point, you know, she's like sitting by a pond like trying to catch a little fish, and the camera goes down underneath the water. So they must have spotted it, but the camera goes down underneath the water, and so from like me to like the corner of the room, that's where she is, which is like 10 feet, and then underneath the water is a fucking alligator. She's like, it's right there. There's like an 8-foot fucking alligator
Dude.
right there. And there's not just alligators anymore. There's Nile crocodiles there too.
There's an infestation there.
Mm-hmm.
Of fucking crocodiles, dude.
Constrictors. People buy exotic pets and get tired of them and throw them in the Everglades.
Yeah.
And they're living. There's a fucking tiger running around the Everglades, I bet.
Yeah.
So,
Dude. And I heard that alligators or crocodiles or something will, like, they'll, like, if you walk across, like, a path of the over like a swamp every day for work, they'll learn that, and then they'll sit there and they'll wait for you.
Yeah.
Like they'll learn the patterns of where people walk close by.
The predators, and that path is called a game trail. It's a hunting thing,
right?
Because we're food too. That's a human game trail. That crocodile's like meat walks across that every day.
Yeah. So then they sit and they wait.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
You know,
Fuck Florida.
You know what's crazy is they're coexisting, the alligators and the crocodiles.
Right.
Yeah. Which is nuts because the alligators get up to like 12, 15 feet, and the Nile crocodiles get up to like 20 feet.
Dinosaurs.
Yeah. Modern day dinosaurs.
Modern
Fucking
day.
crazy people.
Yeah.
And these people are running around naked. Naked.
They're fucking stupid. How much are you going to get for doing that show? $5,000? Like, fuck off.
I don't know. $5,000 for 2 weeks? I'd run around the fucking woods naked for 2 weeks to get $5,000.
I would. Yeah,
They're like,
that
we're not
doesn't
giving you
surprise
any
me.
food. I'm like, is it going to be winter? They're like, no. And I'm like, then I'll be fucking fine. I can't be naked in the winter. I'd be fucked.
Yeah.
Every human being would be fucked.
Well, yeah.
Except for that Iceman guy.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
But that's Naked and Afraid.
Dude, I watched a whole season of a show today.
An entire season?
Entire season, 7 hours.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude. It was kind of hard. I pushed.
What's it on? Is it on HBO? Is it on
Netflix.
Amazon? Oh, Netflix. We love you.
It's called Stranger Things.
Oh, I've heard about this.
Dude. Stranger Things. It was good.
Really
There's
good?
8 episodes, about 45 minutes each. I started it at about, 7 a.m. And I pushed through. I was like, I'm just going to watch half. And I'm like, I got to keep going. And then I was like, I'm going to save 2 for after the show for tonight, like while I eat dinner. I'm like, no, I just got to wrap it up. I can't fucking wait. I can't wait.
I got to finish it. Is there only one season?
Yeah, there's only one season. It just came out a couple days ago.
And you already finished it?
Yeah, finished it. It's meant for binge watching because, like, right when one moment ends, it's like, say, someone's knocking on you're knocking on the door of my house, and then that episode ends. In the next episode, it starts right where I'm opening the door, and you're there. Like, it's meant for binge watching. There's no time, in between episodes. It's fucking good, dude.
Oh, that's crazy.
If you haven't heard about it, it's just this small town in Hawkins, Indiana. These 4 kids are friends, and then, these kids are, they're elementary school.
Yeah, they look like they're
6th
almost
grade,
middle
maybe.
school, 5th, 6th grade, maybe 7th. No, not 7th grade. I'd say 5th or 6th
and
grade.
it's in the 80s, so nobody has cell phones or anything. And then one of the 4 kids goes missing, and then some weird shit starts to happen. I'm not going to spoil it.
I'll check it out. I just
It's
started.
good.
I just started a show on Netflix too. Penny Dreadful.
Oh yeah,
Have you seen that?
I've heard of it.
Dude, Ava Green, Chris Hardwick, or not Chris Hardwick, that's the comedian. Hardnett, whatever his name is. He was on 40 Days, 40 Nights. He was also
Josh
on.
Hartnett.
There you go, that guy. And some British actor dude that's really good too. It's pretty awesome. They take all the 1900s monsters like Dorian Gray, Frankenstein. Excuse me, guys.
Oh, I'm not watching this.
Why not?
It looks scary.
It's not scary. It's badass. You got to watch it. It's really, really cool.
Dude, this was scary enough for me.
So the Stranger Things?
Yes, I get scared really easily when it comes to movies and shit.
If I'm going to watch Stranger Things and take your recommendations, you've got to watch Penny Dreadful.
No.
I bet it's
Then
not
don't
even,
watch
I
Stranger
bet it's not
Things.
as bad as this. I bet it's not as
Really?
bad. Yeah, well, they don't do it in the violin high-pitched noise and the person's going to the room. No, it's people reacting to these monsters and confronting these monsters, and you learn these monsters. It's really a different in-depth way of looking at it.
I'll look into it.
It's pretty cool.
I'll have to watch the
So,
trailer or something.
Yeah.
This was good, though. It was really good. I thought that all the actors and actresses, that were kids. By kids, I mean, under 20, because there's a few high schoolers as well.
Mm-hmm.
The older brothers and sisters of these kids. And then there's, the parents. I thought the acting on the younger side was a lot better than the acting of the older individuals in the show.
Yeah?
Yeah. I thought the kids did really, really well, including the high school-aged ones.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
It's hard to get good child actors. I mean,
And they're all unknown. They're all unknown.
all unknown new kids. That's badass. Netflix, you are doing great things.
Great things, dude.
Yeah.
So I recommend that if anybody needs anything to watch, 8 episodes.
What's the rating on this?
What do you mean?
What's the rating? Not the how many stars, but is it TV 14? TV is they rate things. It's probably TV 14 if it's a Stranger Things rating.
Well, I can tell you what's in it There's no swear words in it, really.
Well, I'm not looking for like swear
Except for,
words.
like-
I just want to know how adult it's gonna get. So, do they deal with like some fucked up shit? That's right, Winona Ryder's in it. I heard about that.
There's some like, yeah. There's some I don't know. There's some graphic things of just like, I don't want to give it away too much. Wow, 9 out of 10, 93%.
Dude, they're doing good. All right, I'll check it out.
You're worrying about your son?
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
I
don't want to be watching it and he's playing.
It scared the fuck out of me, but I'm really easy to scare.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, he's not like.
But it's
you're
just
not
like
gonna be
jumpy.
seeing people getting like their throats ripped out and shit, right?
Because
Because I do have to worry about my kids and stuff like that.
I guess
Plus
not.
Nikki, because Nikki's she can't take a lot of scary stuff either.
There's some like gory kind of elements, but it's not really like it's like a happy ending at the end. Spoiler alert.
I'll check it out. So I'll give it a go.
It's
I'm
good.
down for that.
I think he would like. I don't know. The kids did really well.
You know what my favorite thing about Netflix is?
Oh.
The censorship, the lack of censorship.
Really?
Like you can have shows on there that show tits and ass, dick,
Yeah.
like just all that stuff.
So much dick.
All the way down to like G for like your kids. So the wide range of censorship is just it's so diverse.
Yeah, that's good.
You know, that's why people get so bored with TV because it's like ABC, the worst word you're gonna hear today is
Yeah.
stupid or some stuff like that. It's just like it's
Yeah.
so dumb and
Well, they say like
non-adult.
bitch and bastard and stuff in that.
Yeah.
No F bombs or anything.
We swear in front of our kid all the time.
Yeah.
We play video games. I remember one time he was like 2.5 or whatever, and he was talking, and we were playing this Mass Effect, and you play this multiplayer game on there. And there's this monster in there that it insta kills you. So if you get close to it and it grabs you, like there's nothing you can do. Your character's dead. We're like, fucking Banshee! God damn it, fucking Banshee! And I'm yelling this at the TV, and my kid, I'm upstairs, fucking Banshee. I was like,
Whoops.
okay. Gotta tone this down a little bit.
Dude, I also the only Batman movie from the Christopher Nolan trilogy that I had seen was The Dark Knight.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched the other two.
Oh, you watched the Batman Begins?
And The Dark Knight Rises last weekend.
Batman Begins is a little bit more comic-y, and then Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises is
The Batman Begins
more
sucks.
realistic.
Yeah.
I like it.
I didn't like it.
I like the comic-y Batmans. Like the ones with Michael Keaton, like where Jack Nicholson as the Joker, and then you have the other one with Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman and Christopher Walken as the business guy and Danny DeVito as the Penguin.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are good ones, and those
Those
ones are
were
more
better than Batman Begins.
Yeah.
I thought Batman Begins sucked. I watched it. I pushed through it though.
Oh yeah, you weathered it out.
Yeah.
I thought it was okay.
The whole Liam Neeson is not very good, and I didn't think he was very good in it.
I didn't like how they did Raj Al Ghul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Whatever. And yeah. But Batman Begins, I thought, or The Dark Knight Rises, I thought was good.
Yeah, I didn't like the Talia al Ghul ending.
Oh yeah.
Because Talia al Ghul never tries to kill Batman. In fact, she sleeps with him, and she has his son.
Well,
So
she
that
did
was
sleep with him.
Hmm?
She did sleep with him.
They were romantically involved. Like they were like she wanted to marry him and stuff like that.
In the movie, though, they did.
Yeah, they sleep together in the movie, but
yeah.
she used it as my evil plan.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen College Humor's Bad Man
No.
take on it? Oh my god! If you guys want to watch something funny, go onto collegehumor.com and look up Bad Man, not Batman. Bad Man Can't Stop Thinking About Sex, and it's a parody of the scene in
Dark Knight Rises.
Dark Knight Rises where Talia al Ghul stabs Batman, and there's Bane.
Spoiler alert.
Fuck you guys! That movie came out forever ago. If you haven't seen it by now, it's your own fucking fault.
And
that
that was
she stabs him, and then she's like, "All right, my plan. You fell for my dastardly plan. Blah blah blah."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Wait a minute, but we totally had sex." She's like, "Yes, it was all part of my master plan." He's like, "If that's your master plan, serve me another." He just goes on, and
Yeah.
it gets funnier and funnier. And it's a good take on it. The College Humor guys do really good on that.
and that was the
parody
movie
of
that the guy shut up the theater in.
yeah,
that Dark Knight Rises
who's
movie.
still alive. He hasn't been put to death
He's
yet.
insane.
Who cares?
Not me.
I don't want to spend my tax dollars on taking care of that insane fucker. If he's
Well,
that
you're
insane,
not, but-
if he's that insane, take his genes out.
Yeah.
So, if you're insane enough that you are dangerous to society, guess what, buddy? Gotta go.
Yeah, not all lives matter
It's
anymore.
kind of like if you're the dick at the party, we gotta kick you out.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I don't give a fuck if your brain's broken. It's
Because you're
not my
ruining it
fault.
for people.
I'm not gonna risk my family's life because I'm gonna feel bad about your broken brain.
Right.
Fuck off.
Yes.
Sorry.
I
You guys
agree.
want to know my real opinion? You want to hear what I really think about this issue? Because I'll tell you.
So I took a picture with a Pokemon, and if you're watching the YouTube video, you can see it. If you're not, I guess go to YouTube and search for this episode. But
I thought he downloaded Pokemon Go.
I did not. Is this right here?
Oh, yay!
And
It's
yeah,
a Psyduck in our place of work.
I did not download Pokemon Go. I just want that to be clear. However, I ran into somebody that had, and I told them, hey, as soon as you see a Pokemon here at work, come get me and take a picture of it with me.
Mm-hmm.
And they did.
Aw, that's so nice. Took a picture with Psyduck.
I didn't know what its name was until today, but its name is
I know.
Psyduck.
I grew up with Pokemon. I collected the cards.
I did too.
In fact, I saved my cards and gave them to my oldest son.
Wow.
So I had my card collection for
So I don't think Psyduck
17 years.
Psyduck was around when I was collecting them.
I think you're a little bit younger than me, so you're in like the newer versions of Pokemon.
No,
like
I
you
was
have
in
the,
like the original. And
the Indigo League.
Whatever ones were blue with a yellow Pokemon word and a ball is the original cards. Like, I never advanced to any other cards than the originals. You know what I'm saying?
And you don't know what a Psyduck is?
No.
What is wrong with you?
And I played the game on Game Boys too.
Yeah, so you should totally know what Psyduck is. He's like, even though he's like one of the most retarded Pokemon ever invented, he is like one of the most
These
well
cards
known.
right here.
Yeah, like the tradish cards,
Yeah.
like not the fancy new updated ones. I mean, like the tradish, like that Pikachu right over there. We're looking at cards right now. Like that's a tradish Pikachu card.
Stop!
So-
Don't say tradish.
Traditional
Oh, this is
Pokemon
nuts.
card.
I remember a lot of these.
Yeah, I have all those too. I have every one of those 6 cards.
Dude, I had a lot.
Well, my son does now,
Right.
so he's got them. So, but now the Pokemon don't even look like animals. They look like some like God got a hold of a bunch of paper and just paper mache'd the shit.
Really?
So yeah, they don't look like. Look at them now. Look at the old ones. They actually look like animals. Like you see that? Doesn't that? Even though it's even cartoonish, it looks like it could be an animal.
Right.
Okay.
This kind of shit.
Now, yeah. Now go down and look at some of this new shit, like that one right above. Does that look like that could be a fucking animal?
No.
No, it doesn't at all.
That's a Pokemon?
Yeah, that's like one of the new Pokemons. And so you go to that one,
I
and
see
they
what you're
have
saying.
more. Like that bird. Even that bird doesn't look like it could be a real animal.
Well, dude, times have progressed.
It just looks retarded. The artist got boring and stopped trying to make them look like animals and just paper mache'd the shit. Looks like South Park now.
I don't think I've seen any other people, though, out in the world collecting them, other than that one guy I did run into at work.
I saw a kid almost get hit by a car on his bike while we were at last night.
And he was looking at his phone?
He was riding his bike, looking at his phone. So
that's
he
Pokemon.
may not have been playing Pokemon Go. He may have just been texting, but he almost ran into somebody, swerved off, almost hit the light pole, swerved
Wow.
off into the road, and the car had to stop
Oh, Jesus.
because it almost hit him. I was like, if that kid's playing Pokemon Go.
I'd put money on it that he was.
Speaking of which, guys, I sent Brad a link. Last episode, we really dogged on it. We're kind of dogging on it now. But I take back my opinion that people that play Pokemon Go are dumb.
Well,
I believe that if you want to do it, go for it. Have fun. That's cool. Just be safe. Don't break
Right.
into people's properties.
Right.
Don't put yourself in danger.
right.
But I no longer think it's a negative thing. If you want to play Pokemon Go, go for it. Go for it. I mean, from what I hear, there's an Articuno on the top of Mount Everest, so go for it.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
So, good luck. So, my question is, I wonder if people are going to be able to make money off of this.
Oh, yeah.
No, I mean like people that collect the Pokemon.
Oh, like
Like
building up accounts?
Like if you get a legendary Pokemon,
Yeah. Sell it?
are you going to be able to sell it?
I have no idea. You could probably sell your account.
Because what if a guy actually goes up Mount Everest and gets the Articuno?
Oh, they will.
He could sell it to somebody else who doesn't want to go up Mount Everest.
Right.
So,
They will, because they'll be like, "Oh, you're going." An avid Pokemon Go player will be like, "Wait, you're going this weekend?" And they'll be like, "You should download this app for me. Like, I'll pay you."
no, I don't mean
person will be
that.
like, "Oh, okay."
I mean like through the Pokemon Go and Nintendo Network, like you could have people that can get a collection that's worth
Yeah.
thousands. They're just like cards. I mean, the cards are worth money. if you find the right people, they're willing to buy them.
This is a genius idea.
Yeah.
Augmented reality, they call it.
Uh-huh.
Not virtual reality.
You know what? Speaking of virtual reality, augmented reality, what is a Bitcoin?
Oh, boy.
Because I saw you said something about a Bitcoin a while ago.
Yeah, because I checked it. I check the price every day.
Yeah. What is a Bitcoin?
Okay, well, I used to own 2.5 Bitcoin, but right now it's $651.10 to buy one.
Okay.
And it's a digital currency.
For who?
For everybody.
How do you use it to buy stuff?
You can use it to buy stuff from other people. You can use it to buy stuff from websites. You can use it just to hold on to it, and then when the price goes up, sell it and make money off of it.
What makes up a Bitcoin?
It's nothing. It's just a digital.
Who established the value of a Bitcoin?
I don't know where they get the value from. I've heard that they get the value from just off of the market. The market determines the value. I think that there may be a limited amount that is available to buy. Maybe that determines the value.
It's more. Let's put it this way: at one point, someone found gold. Someone realized someone realized at one point that gold was valuable in some ways. One, that doesn't tarnish; it's easily malleable, all that kind of stuff. And so people put value on gold. Gold became a currency; it became valuable. What made Bitcoin something that people wanted? Like,
because it's the currency of the future.
How? I've never heard of it.
You're late on it.
I'm pretty damn positive that there's a lot of people in this world that don't know what a Bitcoin is.
Well, there's a lot of people that are out of touch. And I'm not saying that you're out of touch. I'm just saying, I don't know. A lot of people that are in, like, the financial world know about it. You know what I'm saying?
Bitcoin.
Oh, yeah.
So if I was to call my banker friend, which I do have,
yeah,
and ask him if he knows what a Bitcoin is, he would know what it is.
Yes. Because it's legit money.
I'm going to message him right now.
Fine, message him.
He's a Swiss banker.
Well, if he doesn't, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
He fucking knows, because he's a Swiss banker, and he fucking knows what that shit is. So I'm going to find him now. I'm actually going to message this. I'm messaging someone in Switzerland. Yay, technology, right, guys?
Yay.
You're fucking crazy. I'm talking to somebody on the other side of the damn planet through my phone, and I'm going to get instant information. Well, when he answers.
So when Bitcoin started, it was worth like nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hang on just a second. I'm trying to get a price. What the fuck?
Boom, there you go. I sent it to him.
Good. If he doesn't know, he's
What
crazy.
time is it in Switzerland?
He's probably not awake.
It's probably like 9 o'clock, I bet. Huh?
Why doesn't this show fucking...
We're trying to find the Bitcoin stuff on the web right now, everybody. Hey, if anyone knows what a Bitcoin is, message us, okay?
I know what it is. The price of a Bitcoin reached an all-time high of $1,124 on November 29th, 2013. That's insane. That is insane.
Find the origin. What is a Bitcoin? I want to know what a Bitcoin is. Because you're telling me how much a Bitcoin is worth. What is it?
It's currency. It's like what a dollar is.
I know, but a dollar is a dollar because our country said it's worth something. So that's technically what a dollar is. But November 2008, a paper was posted under the name Satoshi Nakamoto titled Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. This paper detailed methods of using a peer-to-peer network to generate what's described as a system for electronic transactions without relying on trust. So technically, our currency is built on a trust. So in January 2009, the Bitcoin network came into existence with the release of the first open-source Bitcoin client and the issuance of the first Bitcoins, with Satoshi Nakamoto mining the first block of Bitcoins ever, known as the Genesis block, which had a reward of 50 Bitcoins. The value of the first Bitcoin transactions were negotiated by individuals at Bitcoin Talk, with one notable transaction of 10,000 BTC, so Bitcoins, used to indirectly purchase 2 pizzas delivered by Papa John's.
Right. So back when it was started,
10,000 Bitcoins.
Someone who had 10,000 of them was on like a forum, and he was like, and he wanted to trade it with somebody else. Somebody else was on the forum, and he was like, "Hey, I'll send you 10,000 Bitcoins if you call the local Papa John's here where I live and buy me 2 pizzas." And the guy was like, "Deal." So that was the first transaction ever made, and now they're worth $651 for one.
You buy a lot of pizza.
He gave that guy 10,000 of them for 2 pizzas.
Do you think the guy still has 10,000?
No.
Sorry, bro.
Maybe he
You
does.
should have had your eye on the future. You're stuck in the past, like me.
Maybe he does. But see, when it started, they were worth like 20 cents for one. And you just saw
Not even that, man. He had to give him 10,000 to buy 2 pizzas.
Right, and you saw the high ever was $1,124 in November 2013.
So
It's
10,000,
absolutely insane.
you have
Oh,
a lot
so many.
of stuff.
I used to own 2.5.
Yeah.
I bought 2.5 when it was at $290.
Did you sell them?
I sold when it was at $290. I couldn't hold on to them for too long because I had to move and I needed fucking money for a deposit.
Really?
But now it's up to $650, so I would have basically tripled.
You would have $1,200 laying in your pocket.
Oh yeah,
$1,300. Fuck. Sorry, bro.
yeah, something like that.
So I'm assuming that there's this. People hunt this stuff down.
What do you mean?
Like, people go pan for gold. There's got to be people panning the web for Bitcoin.
Well, there used to be, but you can't really do it anymore. It was
Why
called
not?
mining for Bitcoin, and you'd have to basically have a computer that you had set up, and you had some sort of software on that would mine for Bitcoins, like 24/7. But they would the computer would like it would get like 0.00000001 like every like it'd take forever. You could have that thing running now for like years, and you wouldn't even get one.
So how?
One whole one. You know what I mean?
So how do people get them?
You buy them.
How did people find?
you could,
how
like,
did,
sell-
How did those people find the first 10,000 to give to the guy to get 2 pizzas?
Well, the guy just created them.
So the fucker made up his own currency and got 2 pizzas out of it.
No, not that guy. The Japanese guy.
Yeah, this
Right.
whatever his name is.
But another
Nakamoto.
forum user who just some internet nerd who got 10,000 of them from that guy. He made the transaction.
So
But you could just
technically-
like sell your bike to someone for like half a Bitcoin, you know, and they'll just send it to
you.
you.
Genius, you know.
Well, yeah, it's also been around for like almost 10 years.
Think about it. This guy created a market.
Mm-hmm.
There
Well, there's
wasn't
a
a
lot of-
market. No, he created the product,
Right.
then created the market.
And there's a lot of other digital currencies too. Some have come and went. Bitcoin's kind of just been the dominator, but there are others.
Yeah.
Yeah, because someday you won't be paying with cash money. You'll just be paying with digital currency.
Yeah, it's called credit.
Yeah,
Or
but it'll be
debit.
It'll be like Bitcoin.
But you get
Whoa.
I don't know, man.
But you can have like your Bitcoin wallet on your phone, which is an app, which I have one, and so I could like buy your bike and
And it
just
has
send you like half a
zero.
Bitcoin. Nah, it is
0 Bitcoin. You can't buy my bike, man. You don't have a Bitcoin.
no, and you also don't have to buy one at a time. You could buy like a quarter of a Bitcoin, or you could buy like 0.10 of
Yeah.
a Bitcoin. You know,
Well, my question is this.
but I wouldn't buy it right now because of how high it is. I would wait. If it goes back down, I'll probably be buying some.
I don't know if this will go anywhere though.
It already has. Websites like
Apparently not,
Dell.com.
because I don't know shit about it, and I'm your average person. It's not gone somewhere until the average Joe knows about it.
Well, websites like Dell.com and Overstock.com, and then it said OkCupid as well, have it on their websites that you can pay with Bitcoin.
Okay, Cupid.
The dating app. It's a dating app. It's like Tinder.
For some reason, that doesn't strengthen your point.
Well, I'm just.
Okay, Cupid.
It's just a big. It's a big app, and on those dating apps,
Yeah.
you can like pay to have like premier membership.
Mm-hmm.
So they just offer you can just pay with Bitcoin for the premier membership, and like Overstock.com and Dell.com.
Interesting.
You know,
I need to learn more about this. Let's see if he's messaged back.
has he?
So, no. He has not messaged back yet. He might be asleep. Possibly.
Overstock.com.
That is so weird.
Hotels and properties in Vegas have been accepting it.
That's interesting. It makes me wonder because it's like these are humans putting value on certain things. Like it's nuts.
It's
You know?
craziness.
Like why isn't fresh water a currency? Is it because like everybody has it?
Yeah.
I mean, eventually, like they show it in
Oh,
movies,
yeah.
post-apocalyptic, where people are like, fuck gold, I
Yeah.
want water.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, so water will then be currency. So technically, anything can be currency. It's what people put value on it. So that's why you have gems.
July 2010. In 5 days, the price grew 1,000%, rising from 0.008 cents to 0.08 cents for 1 Bitcoin.
Wow.
You could have made money off of that. December 2011, $2. December 2012, $13. Damn.
April 11, 200.
266. It went down to 130 a year after that. A month after that.
Looks like
down to
November
100.
2013 was his biggest.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah, $350 to $1,200.
That's craziness.
That's nuts, man. This is a computer nerd shit that I don't understand, and it's like, to me, it's sort of astounding because a Bitcoin.
I bought it right here. This is where I bought it, March
Yeah.
2015.
Damn, look at you, man. If
And
you had
sold
kept
it.
it, if you
Sold
kept
to
it,
now,
look at that.
like, yeah.
Oh well, you put value on what you put value on. I mean, obviously they have value if you can buy dating websites and Overstock.com and
Dell,
that stuff. I mean,
yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
So that's just interesting that that's something that's come about. That's like Matrix shit.
Kind of, yeah. Speaking of Matrix shit, I heard recently from somebody that I work with about Microsoft. He didn't say Microsoft, but Microsoft being able to store 200 megabytes of data on a strand of DNA, synthetic DNA.
How did they do it?
Now, I mean, for anybody who doesn't know, 200 megabytes is like, usually an album of audio is like 50 megabytes.
Mm-hmm.
So this would be like 4 CDs worth of music, or like half a movie. Half of a shitty movie. Because usually one good quality, like high def Blu-ray movie is like a gig, 1.2 gigs or 1.1 gigs.
Uh-huh.
So this is 200 megabytes.
So they put a VHS on a strand of DNA.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Like
That's
a shitty.
impressive. How the hell did they do that?
I have no idea, dude. I have no idea.
Okay, the early but important milestone managed to encode mass amounts of data onto synthetic DNA, which occupied test tube space, much smaller than the tip of a pencil. According to Douglas Carmine, Microsoft partner architect overseeing the project. Go down a little bit for me. This is the amount of data in a big data center compressed into a few sugar cubes, or all the publicly accessible data on the internet slipped into a shoebox, Redmond said in a blog post. This is the promise of DNA storage once scientists are able to scan technology and overcome a series of technical hurdles. You know, this reminds me of something. Like, I remember reading this book when I was growing up. It's by Orson Scott Card. He's the author who wrote Ender's Game, for all you people. That's a very popular book. You've probably heard of it. He also wrote another series called The Memory of Earth. And in this series, human beings left Earth at one point because we fucked it up, and we went and colonized another world, and we set up a satellite and modified our genetics so the satellite could technically impede on certain thought processes. Not so much making us zombies, but it made it so human beings could not develop mass transportation or mass large weapons that could destroy a lot of stuff. So humanity couldn't really travel fast and couldn't kill a lot of people all at once. And so instead of lasting 8,000 years as in the book, they lasted 30 million years, which is most human beings can't even fathom what that is.
Right.
I mean, think about it. People think Romans were forever ago. That was 2,000 years ago.
Right.
There are trees that are older than that.
Right. So they say that all the information on the internet is 44 trillion terabytes of information, which there goes like megabytes, gigabytes, terabytes. 1,000 megabytes is a gigabyte. 1,000 gigabytes is a terabyte.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I have some friends that have terabyte drives. We have terabyte drives now.
I do. I have 2 1.5 terabyte hard drives.
Yeah. Well, back to the book. The computer satellite it collects and stores all the memory of humankind. Mm-hmm. So that's 30 million years of humankind stored onto this satellite's drive, and they describe it as they built the program. Like some programs have like pinwheel designs.
Okay.
But this program was designed with like 12 to the 10th power, whatever, like that. It had like 6 spokes on a pinwheel, and like each spoke had like 6 spokes, and each spoke had 6 spokes. But not only those, and it just goes on and on and on. So, and then they have layers. So they were describing in a technical, crazy way that Orson Scott Card put out that showed that they could store all this information, unfathomable amount of information, into a drive on a computer, essentially.
Yeah.
Which is what we're doing.
Yeah.
We've gone from computers that are the size of that were the size of your house pretty much.
Oh yeah.
To now we can store on DNA. No, smaller than that. Smaller than the tip of a sharpened pencil.
Right. Well, they just did it. They're starting to do it.
Yeah.
It'll take a while.
Well,
but they said that all the information on the internet, that's 44 trillion terabytes of data, will fit inside of a shoebox. Which instead of these data or these server farms that they have, which are these massive buildings like a Costco-sized building,
like the ones they just built in Utah,
fucking full
government.
of hard drives, and then they go down deep, right? Like floors deep.
Oh yeah.
And it's all just that's like what the cloud is when it's like the Google Cloud or whatever it is. All that is just these server farms everywhere taking up just acres of space. But all that would go away. And it would all fit inside of a shoebox.
Yeah.
And I also heard that like every 8 seconds of real time, like an hour of content is uploaded to YouTube. So it's like more time is being uploaded than is actually going by in real life.
That's so crazy.
It's insane. And YouTube's free too, which is like they're making money off advertisements to pay for those server farms when it's free to upload to, which is kind of craziness. Because if you have like a website and you want to put stuff on there, you have to pay for it. Or if you have a podcast like we do that you want to put a file up that a bunch of people pull off of, you have to pay for that space. Because these people can't pull from you. They have to pull from whatever company you're paying.
So that's why they get advertisers and sponsors.
Yeah.
Because they pay for that. And essentially, if you get enough, it starts paying you.
Yeah.
It reverses.
Right.
We need to get to that point.
It's a big point.
We need to get this point podcast to that point. Sponsor us. We talk about great shit.
Point.
Who knows? I may be president someday. No, I don't want to be president. Fuck that.
President?
Yeah.
No.
I don't want to be president. Fuck that.
I don't think I'm going to be voting.
Speaking of which, did you see freaking what's his name? Trump's speech yesterday?
His speech?
Wasn't his speech yesterday? It was like an hour something long, and then he had his daughter speak.
Really?
Yeah.
The only one I saw was his wife.
Daughter's like, he is religiously and he is colorblind and religiously blind. Some bullshit. I'm like, you kidding me? This guy says he wants to build a wall around America to keep out Mexicans and that all Muslims are terrorists.
Right.
Does this bitch even know who her dad is?
Well, the only one I saw was his wife's.
His wife?
I don't like her.
Oh, God. The word she apparently plagiarized Michelle Obama.
She definitely did. It was like word for word.
I'm proud to be a white or a black woman. I saw that post. That's funny.
It is like word for word. It's terrible. Just
so
terrible.
Bad.
I don't think I'm going to be voting. Who am I supposed to vote for?
She should have used Grammarly.
Grammarly?
Yeah, it would have told her 80% of her speech was plagiarized.
Yeah.
So, badass program, whoever's designing that, by the way.
It's
I don't know who to vote for either, man. I really don't want to vote for either.
Neither. I don't want that on my conscience.
When your vote becomes who sucks the least, and it's not like in a positive way. It's like, well, his policies are more in line with my thought processes. And, I don't really agree. No, it's like, well, we have a fucking rich retard who has enough money to get him this far. And we have a soulless political robot on the other side. I mean, you're kind of fucked. Although, funny point, though. If Hillary Clinton becomes president, it'll be the first time 2 presidents have had sex.
That we know of.
That we know of. Oh, my God.
Yes, that we know of.
I saw that somewhere. I was like, that's funny. That's so true.
I bet you it's happened before. We just don't know.
And 2 presidents have had sex before?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I don't know who. I can't really. Nothing's coming to mind except for like.
Oh, God.
George Jr.
George Jr.
But
Clinton. Bill.
Probably Bill.
I'll blow you if I can become president.
Bill will have sex with a tree. He doesn't care. He'll have sex with anything.
Shit. Dude, man.
But I feel like both of them have a lot of innocent people that they're ready to kill in their 4 years if they win, and I don't want any of that on my conscience.
Yeah.
Any of that fucking innocent blood. So it's like, I'm not voting for either of them because they're just gonna be a shit show and kill.
Who are you gonna vote for
people.
then?
I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna vote.
Just vote.
Vote for who? I'll vote for you.
Gary Johnson. You could write my name in, technically.
I couldn't get through his Joe Rogan episode.
Why? I thought it was fascinating.
It's so boring.
Maybe you just hate politics.
I was like, I can't listen to this.
So I thought he made a lot of good points. Libertarian? I never knew what the Libertarian Party was until I listened to that podcast. I was like, that's interesting.
What are their stance on drugs?
I believe that they believe some drugs are recreational use, and they're more against.
What about gay marriage?
They're more for the rehabilitation of those who are addicted to drugs than the legalization of drugs. Like that's a Portugal stance. Like Portugal, all drugs are legal. You can go out to the fucking park and shoot up black tar heroin in the middle of the park.
Good. That's a world I want to live in.
But as long as you're not causing harm to anybody in the public, like you're not leaving needles all over the place, and you're not an endangerment to society, they don't give a shit. And if you want to get away from it and you're having problems with it in the public eye, they don't throw you in prison. They put you through freaking rehab. And apparently it's doing really well. Which,
Right.
That's hard to say because Portugal's been in an economic shithole for I don't know how long now. But think how much money taxpayers would be saving from all the people that are in prison just for stupid drugs.
A lot of money.
And think how many rich people are making more money because they're putting people smoking pot into prison.
Right.
So
That's why I could never be a cop.
I think, it'd be hard to be a cop nowadays. Did you see that video of them supposedly shooting that guy laying on the ground with his hands up?
Mm-hmm.
What was that about?
No, I didn't see the video. But I've seen enough fucking video. I saw the 2 from a couple weeks ago. I'm good.
Cops.
No, he was
Stop shooting people.
He was a therapist to like a 20-something-year-old autistic kid who was holding a toy truck and like had ran out into the street with it. And then the therapist, the black therapist guy, I believe, was chasing him. Like, yo, like this is his patient, He can't be running around in the street. Then the cops showed up, and then they apparently the cops thought the toy truck was a gun, so they tried to shoot the 25-year-old autistic kid and accidentally hit the other guy. The therapist guy. And then when he was lying on the ground after he had been shot, I heard him say this on the radio. He was like, the cops came over to him, and he was like, "Why did you shoot me?" And the cop said, "I don't know." And then the cops handcuffed him. And so then he was on the ground, shot. The cop said, "I don't know why I shot you," and he was handcuffed and just had to lie there for a while. But he didn't die, which is good.
Fuck, man.
Fuck that, man.
I mean, I know the media twists shit. I know they
24-hour news, baby.
I know they twist shit. But if that really did happen, what kind of asshead of a person are you? I mean,
you're just scared.
No, that doesn't even cover it. I've been scared. I've been in life-threatening situations. I've been to Iraq.
Yeah.
But in no way did I have the urge to shoot a man laying on the ground with his arms up in the air.
Well, this guy was more scared than you have ever been.
So, I mean, what a fucking pussy.
Yeah, exactly.
Grow some balls, you bitch, and use your taser for Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
I don't know why these cops are all whipping out their guns in the first place. That's supposed to be the last resort.
I think it's out of fear.
Did they forget they have a fucking taser?
No, they haven't been trained properly.
Idiots.
Yeah.
I mean, these ones that are doing it, I know there's good cops out there. I've worked with some of them. I've gone through school with some of them. I was training to become one.
No, I know there are too.
But
I think they get scared too easily, which I'd get scared too easily too, but that's why I'm not doing it.
And my question is, who the fuck are these people that just happen to have their phones out all the time? Like that psycho chick that recorded her boyfriend dying in the seat next to her instead of calling the fucking hospital.
Live streaming.
I mean,
she live streamed it on Facebook.
Yeah, instead of going, my boyfriend's bleeding to death in the car next to me.
Well,
maybe I should call the hospital and say, the cops just shot my boyfriend. He's sitting in a car bleeding to death. Could you send an ambulance?
Well, no, I disagree.
Why?
Because the cops, I'm sure the cops did that. They said, like, we shot this guy. They called that.
Of course they did, but why wasn't she calling instead of recording? It's almost like these
I think the recording made a bigger splash.
Dude, it's almost like they're being set up.
Who, the cops?
It is too fucking simple. All these shit that's happening, and there just happens to be a person. Because this stuff doesn't happen slowly. Like, this is shit that happens fast. Like, boom.
Who's being set up?
I don't know.
Oh.
The cops, agencies, governments, people paying off certain people to shoot people, and then they make sure it's recorded so they can push their agenda through the government. I know you all think that maybe that's crazy, but guess what, fuckers? That shit's actually happened.
I could see
Caesar just didn't wake up with a dagger in his back. People plan that shit.
For sure. I could see how something like a shooting in a mall or like a nightclub could be a setup for politicians who wanted to get rid of guns or even sell more guns or anything like that. But I don't know about cops shooting people. Who's that going to benefit?
Why not?
Who's that going to who benefits?
The people trying to put this bill through who are getting paid by these companies that want this shit to go through. And it's not that hard to think of it as a politician that says, well, obviously the work history of a cop doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he's had no history of violence or aggression and he's had a good, clean record. No. Yeah. One chick says he tried to molest her when he pulled her over for a traffic stop. His career's finished. Oh, one person says that he shot the guy unarmed. His career's finished. So the politician comes up to you and is like, we're going to fuck your career up. We're going to kill your career. We can do it either way. We can do it where you don't get anything and you're out of a job and you possibly end up in prison. Or On the slide, we can give your family $150,000.
That's low.
$150,000 will get you a lot of places, and it will definitely get you out of the fucking country. So maybe it's more. But think about it. They're like, your family will be taken care of. You'll spend some time in prison.
We just need you to shoot somebody?
We need you to shoot somebody.
On video?
Or
you need to make sure it's on video.
There will be people that will make sure it's on video. That's what they're saying. They set it up, and it's totally possible. Like if you look at the adult world and you're like, that's not possible. You live in a fantasy land. You think people are all nice and hunky dory, and everyone's taking care of you. There are people like that exist, but there are definitely people out there that are trying to fuck you over because it's going to make them a lot of money.
Yeah,
and so
it's definitely possible, but I just hope it's not.
I know, but if you're that cop, look at it this way. You know how you said $150,000 is low?
Low. To kill somebody?
They also just said, it's not even just kill somebody. Shoot somebody. You just have to shoot them.
Yeah.
You don't have to kill them.
Oh.
You just have to shoot them. But think about this. That same politician says, we're going to have this blackmail session set up. We're going to set up a shooting. Now, we can either have someone shoot someone else, or you could shoot this person.
Yeah.
And we'll pay you. We'll make sure your family's taken care of for how long? $150,000. Or we do it anyways, and you don't get anything. What are you going to take?
Right, you'll take the second one. But why would the politician want them to shoot somebody?
It's not necessarily even the politician that wants. The politician's just getting a huge paycheck out of it because
from who?
From whoever they're endorsed by.
I just don't see who's benefiting. Like the NRA who's benefiting.
Of course you don't see who's benefiting. Do you know who the richest people in the country are?
I mean...
No, but they hold over 90% of the freaking national wealth.
Right.
You don't know who they are. They're freaking buying human beings out on their yacht in the middle of the ocean and freaking skull fucking them and shooting them and dropping their bodies over the side. And they can do it for fun because no one can touch them.
Yeah. It's like to fake the moon landing, the benefit behind that would be to like defeat Russia.
Yeah.
Right? Or like killing JFK, the conspiracy behind that, the benefit would be like, I don't know, he was like about to pass a bunch of shit that would be bad for a lot of people or something like that.
He was going after secret societies, and that was one of the things I've heard. I don't know a lot about it, but he was also going after the federal trust.
Right. But it's like to get a bunch of cops to kill a bunch of people on video, like would the benefit be behind that? Maybe we have to. Maybe more time has to pass before we know. Mm-hmm. But right now, I don't know who'd be benefiting. Like the NRA, gun sellers, maybe benefiting by people being scared of cops and buying guns, or like maybe Hillary Clinton, Democrats are fucking doing it by like banning guns.
Well, think about this.
But it's like
some kind of agenda is being pushed, and somehow it's going to make money. Somehow it's making people money.
Oh, agenda's always being pushed.
I mean, we've been hearing about shootings for a long time now. But it wasn't always on the news. It's on the news every fucking day now. And we're not only hearing about shootings in our country, we're hearing about shootings in other countries.
Right.
I mean, this shit happens all the time. I mean, gangsters have been killing gangsters for 100 years. And cops have been killing people since the Prohibition era.
Oh, for sure.
Since forever. I mean, fuck. Forever. Way back in medieval days, there were cops or people freaking killing owners and stuff like that. Maybe the Lord wrote it. Yeah. You never hear about it. It's in the Bible, for Christ's sakes.
Oh, yeah.
King David has a guy killed so he could fuck his wife.
Yeah.
And people think that this isn't a conspiracy. It's not conspiracy. It's reality.
It's reality.
Someone's making money off of other people suffering. And I think I personally believe that some of this stuff is orchestrated.
Okay, then.
Sorry.
I don't know.
That was way too long. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry I went off on that. You can tell me I'm crazy. Please do. I'd actually like to hear your ideas.
It's a conspiracy theory. I don't know what to believe. I need more facts. But it's interesting to think about. And it's very sad. Because like the moon landing, nobody gets hurt from fucking faking that. You know?
I don't know. Think about...
No one's going to get hurt from that. Except for, I guess
not physically hurt. Emotionally hurt. Psychologically hurt.
Yeah. Or
Grandpa
like the flat
me
Earth.
I'm Armstrong's grandson, and I've been taking pride in this achievement of my family forever. And then people prove that the moon landing was faked, and that my grandfather was a liar, and now my entire name is struck through the mud.
Oh, please.
So,
or like flat Earth society, that nobody gets hurt from that. But something like this,
their kids are gonna get hurt from it.
a lot of people get hurt from this.
Fucking crazy. Yeah, they do. They get hurt from it, which is why we need to stop chasing after the symptoms and take care of the fucking problem. And to guarantee you, I don't know what it is.
The problem?
I don't. Cops. How many cops
I know what
are
the problem
there?
is.
How many cops are there?
I don't know. A lot.
Millions. Well, I don't know. Maybe there's 300 million people in the United States. There's got to be at least close to 1 million cops in the country.
20 million?
Out of 300 million? No way.
Less?
Look up how many cops are in America.
How about 5 million?
I would say 1 million, maybe. No, not even that. I'd say
What?
500,000, maybe 1 million. I might be wrong on my math here, but think about how many careers there are in the country. In 2008, state and local law enforcement agencies employed more than 1 million persons on full-time basis. So how many of that is volunteer, I wonder?
Wow.
So, yeah, so 1 million.
1 million or less.
Yeah. So.
That's low.
But think about the percentages. How many shootings are we hearing about? We've heard about maybe if you took all.
Lord, I've heard about a lot.
How many? What's a lot?
I listen to hip-hop radio.
10?
More.
20?
Sure.
200?
No.
1,000?
Let's say 20, give or take 5.
20.
Yeah.
What percent is
in the
20?
last year?
What is 20 out of 1 million? What is percent of 20 out of 1 million?
I have no idea. Less than 1.
That's how little it actually is.
Right.
But it's all over the fucking place. It seems like every
sure.
cop's shooting everybody on every block.
Every cop is just a trigger-happy fucking crazy white man.
Yeah, but it's not
killing
true.
People. No, it's not.
It's literally 0.00 something percent of the population of cops are doing this shit.
There's a lot of good cops.
So,
fuck.
It makes me wonder why it's such a big issue and why it's on the news now.
Well, I know what the problem is.
Because the starving kids in the ghetto apparently isn't important.
No.
The fact that
nobody's gonna watch that.
Yeah, no one gives a shit about starving kids.
No one's gonna get. No, you're not gonna get clicks.
No.
You know what I mean?
Clickbait. Fuck man. Think about that, people. Stop worrying about the fucking police shootings. And
Yeah.
stop worrying about the kids that are literally dying from hunger.
The problem.
As you stuff a Big Mac down your fucking throat.
The problem is training. That's the problem. The problem is shit training for the police officers. They get shit training because I've heard about their training and their training is shit.
I've been through the schooling. It's not shit. It's intensive. Like you have to go through a lot of stuff, and their hiring process.
How much martial arts do you do?
How much martial arts do you do?
Yeah.
You have basic self-defensive martial arts.
You should have to do like a year of martial arts because then you wouldn't get scared so easy. You wouldn't go to your gun so easy. You'd have more tools in your knowledge to diffuse a situation before just going to killing somebody. You'd have jiu-jitsu to go to, karate to go to. You'd have all these different tools,
so
right?
You don't even need to do hand-to-hand. If you're the distance from me to you, yeah, you may start running at me, but if my training is proper, I can pull out my taser and tase you before you get to me.
Well, these cops aren't trained that way.
So, that's what it needs to be.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
It seems like the training is... If these officers are really scared... and they're acting out of fear, and they're acting out of protecting their own lives, and they're scared, right? And that's why they kill somebody because they're scared. I think they need more tools to not get scared like that, or maybe to have more experience, or be put in different situations in training where it feels real, and then they won't get scared as easily when they're actually out on the street. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna look this up. You guys need to know about this book. You guys like reading. You like reading. You like reading like not your everyday kind of books. I'm going to look this book up. It's actually really good. And it talks to you about the stress that is put on the body and the mind of people in these kind of stressful situations. It is called On Combat, the psychological and physiological. Let's get the whole damn thing up. Come on. Show it. Come on, phone. Go fast. Let's get the whole thing up. Come on. No. Damn it, phone. Show me the whole fucking thing. Guys, I hate when this does this.
You guys should watch Stranger Things.
I hate my phone sometimes.
Trust me.
Yeah, tell them about Stranger Things as I get this. You guys got to read this book. On Combat. On Combat. Hey, what's it calls it? Show me the whole damn thing. Whatever. Okay, it's by Dave Grossman. And in advertising from this marvelous work states a groundbreaking, blah, blah, blah. Why doesn't Google just tell you what the fuck it is instead of giving you a psychological cover of it? Tell me the whole damn thing. All right.
Who Grossman?
Dave Grossman.
Rex Grossman?
No, Dave
Okay.
Grossman. Damn it, Dave Grossman. All right, let's. I really want to read this to you, and I'm actually really upset at my phone for not just showing me the whole damn synopsis of the thing, because I'm trying to pull it up. Like, this is what I'm looking at right here, people. Like, it has that, but it's not telling me the whole damn thing. It's just showing me the picture. Show me the whole damn thing. Google, do your damn job. All right, okay. Let's get it up.
I got an email from the job interview from last week.
You just got it?
Mm-hmm.
You looking at it? Oh, okay, here we go. I'm going to read it to you guys as he reads this, and he can tell you this. All right, about the author. Lieutenant Colonel Dave Grossman is an internationally recognized scholar, author, soldier, and speaker who is one of the world's foremost experts in the field of human aggression and the roots of violence and violent crime. So Colonel Grossman is a West Point psychological professor. West Point people, that's high shit. The book in and of itself, I've read it, so I'm just going to tell you what about it. It tells you about all the stuff that happens when you're put into this kind of fight or flight situation. So, like, when your heart rate gets to a certain point, you get tunnel vision, you get sweating, you get like adrenaline dumps. I mean, people even defecate themselves. I mean, that's why people are scared. It's called scared shitless. It's a natural response. Like, you will shit yourself if you get scared enough. And certain things happen to the body and the mind when you get into that state. Cops are dealing with this all the time. Firefighters who go into fires are dealing with this all the time. Soldiers are dealing with this all the time. I mean, it is intense. And it takes a lot of studying and it takes a lot of training to do what soldiers and cops and paramedics, doctors, you have to deal with a certain level of stress. So it's really intense. And I suggest anybody that's wondering why the hell this stuff is happening with these cop shootings and why, I mean, read that book and see what it's like. You'll get a taste of what it's like to be a cop or a soldier. Now, that being said,
well, cops aren't allowed to flee.
It's awful that these officers are shooting people. I think it's terrible. I think the people that shoot them should be prosecuted. I think that the victims, if proven to be victims,
not just get paid leave.
Yeah. Well, not paid leave, but I don't think
that's what they're getting. Paid time off.
Oh man, that's terrible.
That is terrible.
I don't think you should get it.
No.
I mean, obviously, everyone is due to a due process in the court of law, so they all need to go through this. There needs to be investigations. There needs to be psych evals
to see if it was a lawful shooting.
Yeah. So that's totally fine. But I think this media has totally blown this out of fucking proportion.
They're just trying to make money.
Someone's making money off of this.
They've been doing
it's
it.
It's not us. It's definitely not us,
years.
people.
They did it on the whole Trayvon Martin thing for like a year.
Magicians have been doing it forever. Distract people with the bright, flashy shit.
Yeah.
Someone else is fucking making money over here too. So, all right. What does it say? It's good.
It says it will be a few weeks.
What? It'll be a few weeks?
Mm-hmm. Will likely be a couple of weeks before I get back to you.
What? Really?
Mm-hmm. But the line before that is, I need to group with our blanks to discuss next steps. That sounds good, right?
They didn't tell you no.
I need to.
That's a plus.
I need to group with our people to discuss next steps. Will likely be a couple of weeks before I get back to you. Fuck.
Well, at least we're.
Why does it take so long?
I don't know.
If I was interviewing someone, I would be like, I need somebody fucking to work. I interview you. Your resume looks good. This interview went well. When can you start? Like, when's as soon as you can start? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
I agree with you.
Yeah,
that's how I think interviews should go.
That's how I would do it.
But how about a day? It shouldn't even be more of that. It should be a day. By the end of the day, like, they should be able to be like, we think we know.
Yeah.
Because if you're the first interview of the day, he still has 5 interviews. So even though your resume was good and the interview was good, there may be a resume that looks better and the interview just goes just as good.
If you're just trying to fill one position.
Yeah.
Right? Then you got to interview everybody for that one position and then pick the best one.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to fill multiple, hey, this guy's good.
Mm-hmm. I hope you get it, man. I hope you get a call. I'm crossing fingers. And I told him
I'm going to get a call.
Him around if he gets the call. I think he'll get it.
I'm be strung along for 2 months.
Well, at least you haven't put your notice in yet. I put my notice in at work. You guys know that, right? So you don't have a fucking time clock coughing down your throat or down your neck or breathing down your neck.
Neither do you. You don't have to put your notice in.
Yes. I almost put myself into a train. I can't stay at our work.
Oh, that's funny.
I had that thought. I'm just driving to work. It's the end of our lunch, which is
short.
And I'm driving, and there's a train track we have to cross to get to our parking lot.
And there's a train going.
And there was a train, and I was like, just drive into the train. It'll be over so quick.
You're like, no.
Your family will get the $400,000 life insurance.
You'll be a hero.
Maybe they'll be better off without you. I had that shit go through my head, and I almost did it.
That's not good.
So I can't stay there. So there is literally a time clock ticking down on me right now. You don't have that. I do.
I do have it. Mine's just longer than yours.
Not as bad as me. Yes, yours is just longer.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as mine, though.
No,
If you don't have to pay, then you don't have to feed kids and all that stuff.
I stand there and it's $3.50, and I'm just like, and people are like, "What?" And I'm just like, "Just waiting for 4:30." Just waiting.
I'm that when I wake up in the morning. My alarm goes off. I'm like, oh man, I hope it's 4:30 soon. I hope it's 4:30. I can't do it anymore. I got to train somebody too. I'm training my replacement. So I hope he can do it. I hope he can. I'm training him as best I can.
I hate it.
So, I do too, man.
I hate it.
We're suffering together.
Yeah.
I'll buy you a beer, regardless of what happens. So, I mean, I hope I get it. I hope you get it. I mean, they're growing. The company we applied for is growing. They just bought a new location in town. They're expanding.
If I get it and you don't get it, it's gonna suck. I'm gonna feel guilty.
If we both
survival
don't get it,
guilt.
You guys may miss us for a week because we're just gonna be hungover and hating life and laying in bed sad.
Yeah,
At
Survivor's
least that's what
guilt.
I'll be doing.
We'll just have to do a show while we drink.
Survivor. We totally should.
Like, really drink.
Survivor's guilt. We'll have to do it at night then. I can't do it with half the day still going.
No, neither can I.
So we'll meet up at 5 and get shithoused and do like a 2-hour long thing and pass out with it still recording. So it's 5 hours of us passed out on the table, just crying about our dumb lives, hating everything, blaming everyone, blaming ourselves.
Yeah.
Sounds like a party, man. We should have a fucking party going on in the background.
It sucks because there's...
Who hates their job? Who hates their life? Everyone's like, I hate everything.
There's 4 scenarios, and only one's going to be good.
Where we both get hired.
Not good betting odds.
Either you get hired and I don't.
Bad.
At which point, Clark's going to have to move, guys. So Or I get it and you don't.
Even worse.
Of course. I mean... That would make me feel. I would actually feel really bad about getting the job if you didn't get it. I would be like, God damn it! Now, a friend of mine is fucked over because I got a good thing. It'd be the same way. I would be so pissed at you if you got it and I didn't. I don't know if I'd be able to talk to you for a couple of days. I just look at you and be like, "Fuck you," and get out.
And then if we both don't get it, it'd be bad too.
Then we'll have a drunken party.
Yeah.
So at least 2 of them have good outcomes.
This is not good betting odds because imagine this is on a Wheel of Fortune.
50-50. That's 50-50.
No, that's 75-25.
No, it's 50-50.
How?
Because there's 2 good options.
There's one good option.
No, there's 2.
No.
One, we both get the job and we have a fucking great day and we go out and get some drinks. 2, we both don't get it.
Bad.
And we get shit housed and just go crazy on the podcast. And I bet you it'd probably be our most popular podcast.
Probably, but I don't want that. I want to have a better job.
I'm just trying to be positive.
Yeah, I know. Imagine like a Wheel of Fortune that's cut into 4 different slices, and one is red and the rest are white, and you're betting on the red. How much money are you going to put down when they spin that fucker? You're not going to put down very much money. You're not going to put down $1,000.
Oh my God!
You're going to put down $1.
Are you kidding me? Fuck that. Yeah, I would. I would put down. I would put down if I had it. I would put down $1,000 on. I hope to God shit works out the best way possible. I would. If I had a 1 out of 4 chance.
You should not gamble on football.
I don't.
Good.
I only gamble on fighting. 50-50.
I should have gambled on Brock Lesnar. Anyway.
No, because the fucker popped for drugs twice now.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, he failed his performance-enhancing thing he took in June, and he failed the one he took in July.
The day before. And Mark Hunt was like, if I don't get half of his winnings from that fight, I'm quitting UFC forever.
Did he really?
Yeah.
He should have. That's bullshit, because even though Brock Lesnar is a fucking beast, that is bullshit.
And Brock Lesnar is like, we're going to get to the bottom of this. Like, I don't know what happened. We're going to get to the bottom of it.
You took drugs and you got caught, bitch. That's what happened. Just fess up
I think
to that
they
shit.
all take drugs.
We all know you're a giant, but no one stays that fucking giant at your age without performance-enhancing shit.
Here's what I think. I think they all take performance-enhancing shit. They all just They all just try to stop before the test. You know what I mean? If they're like, I'm taking this shit, but if I stop it, I'm going to be good a week later. So they stop like a week later.
Yeah,
and then sometimes it crosses over.
Yeah, but they can test you at any time.
That's true.
If you're on a fight card, they're gonna test you.
They just roll up to your house.
But they can just roll up to your house in the middle, like you don't have a fight for 6 months, and they're like, "Hey, can you pee in our cup for us?" And if you say no, then it's an automatic positive.
That's a good point.
Isn't it right? It's an automatic positive.
Yeah,
I'm pretty positive it's automatic.
Well,
positive.
it's probably just an automatically you're kicked off the card.
Yeah. So I mean, they can't even do that.
And the guys that are testing them now are legit as fuck. The guy who's in charge of the testing of the fighters is the guy who caught Lance Armstrong.
Oh, the guy Joe Rogan interviewed?
Yeah.
That was a cool interview.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
So they're legit.
Yeah, they are.
They're the real deal. They'll be rolling up to your house in like black Escalades with like suits on, like fucking Pulp Fiction.
Holding a cup out for you to pee in.
Yeah.
Pee. I just went pee. We'll wait. Like, God damn it. Dude, I remember we used to do a lot of piss tests in the military. Surprise piss test. Boom. And they'd get you. And it was, I remember.
I've only done 3 ever.
Ever? Oh, I've done a bunch. And I remember I took a piss right when I got back from lunch. And then I got a call to do a piss test. I'm like, you guys realize I just pissed, right? And it's like 100 degrees outside, so I'm kind of dehydrated. So I'm going to be here for a while. Like, well, go as fast as you can. I was like, fuck you. I can't tell the water to go to my bladder faster.
Yeah. I did it once, and I didn't fill the cup up enough.
Yeah.
So then she had to throw that out, and then I had to sit there and wait until I could try to do it again to fill it up all the way. Yeah.
I got to go right now.
How long are you going to wait until you follow through on the interview you had today?
A week.
1 week from today?
Yeah. So from 1 week from today, I'm going to call them and be like, have you made a decision? And if they give me that line, I'll be like, okay, but I'm still going to leave where we are, and I'm going to start pursuing other avenues.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's going to suck if they're like, yeah, we made a decision. Can you start on Monday? And I'm going to be like, now you had to wait 3 weeks to get the interview after I had one. Now I'm going to have to wait 3 weeks to get fucking hired after you get hired.
Well, at least you'll get hired. So.
All right, let's do Dear Prudence.
Dear Prudence.
Dear Mike. My wife and I have failed to conceive for years. After the emotional roller coaster we've been through, we finally settled on having my gay brother be a sperm donor. This is something both of our families support, and we are very excited about going through with it. However, as the appointment for fertilization nears, my wife and brother have gone from close to almost inseparable talking about their future child. I feel shut out of my own marriage. This baby is all we've ever wanted, and now I want to tell her that we shouldn't. I'm jealous and anxious, and I don't know what to do. Wait. But the gay brother's not going to want to have sex with her. He's gay. He's just loving this. He's loving the attention. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm having a child. He's just fucking skipping around town.
Wow.
He's probably getting mad dick off this too. He's up in bars going like, "Hey, guess what? I'm having a baby next week." No, it's for my brother and his wife. It's not technically mine, but I mean it will be mine, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to love that little guy. I'm going to be the best uncle, and all the other guys are like, "Oh, he's so nice."
I want his dick inside me. Oh God, that's a hard one. I just thought about that. I put it onto me. I'm like,
shouldn't have
what would
asked
it be
him.
like in that situation? I'd be really upset at my brother if he was being like that.
He shouldn't have asked. Should have got anonymous. Well, fuck. I guess doing it this way, it's still like all in the family, right?
Yeah.
It's still your family's genes, your kids. That's tough, dude.
I have a personal stance on this, which kind of contradicts with my advice.
Is he getting paid at all? Fuck.
I always thought people that couldn't conceive and drop thousands of dollars into like artificial insemination and fertility drugs and stuff like that,
Or like putting your baby in another
or
shake.
surrogate,
yeah.
or freezing embryos and all that bullshit, or sperm donors and everything. I get it. It's part of life, and there's a natural drive for people to have the experience of childbirth and having their genes. There's a natural instinctual drive to have your genes in a child. But think about this.
Uh-oh.
There are thousands, if not millions, of children that are orphans.
Right.
That are in foster care.
Right.
That
Not yeah.
need people that want to be loving parents.
Right. But as you just said, your instinct is to have your genes passed on.
Exactly.
Right.
That's one thing I've always thought was rather asinine about people. Because if you're going to claim to be an intelligent human being, you should be able to move past that.
But it's genetic.
Of course it's genetic.
It's in our DNA.
But if you can't, then why dump all that money into that when you could give somebody, which essentially the whole genetic thing is,
so you're saying
it's pointless. It really is. It's pointless because okay, if you were adopted, you were raised by your parents. You were adopted as a baby, not as a child, but as a baby, and you grew up, and you knew, or eventually found out that you were adopted. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you'd want to know who your parents were. Mm-hmm. We'd all want to stifle that curiosity.
You're saying I'd be the same person?
Who would be your parents? Who would you consider your parents to be?
The ones who raised me. But I'd be a different person.
What do you mean to be a different person?
I'd be a different person.
No, you wouldn't.
I think I would.
Oh, well, finding out if you were adopted and you didn't know would obviously change who you were. It'd make you'd start...
No, even if I actually was adopted but didn't know it, I'd be a different person.
Why?
Because I think that, your parents' genes are passed down.
My dad was adopted. Yeah, he wants to know who his biological parents are. And he's never been able to find out who his father is, and he's been able to meet his mother. Who, by the way, grandma, my real grandma, if you ever find out about this, you're a bitch, and I hate you.
So I think that,
and you know why I said that, people? Because my dad's actual mother wants nothing to do with my father.
Yeah.
Which for unknown asinine reasons. And I think it's disgusting because my father is a wonderful man, and you're missing out, lady.
So I think that, say, two people, a man and a woman, are the best singers in the world. Like the best singers of all time. Right? And they have a baby, and they put it up for adoption, and the baby gets adopted into like some trailer park with some redneck fucking hicks.
There's a movie about this.
Right?
It's called August Rush. Have you not seen that?
No.
And the kid's like, the music told me where my parents... Whatever.
I'm just saying that kid is going to have a musical... edge to it. They might not be a singer, but they're going to be a different person.
I believe in such a thing as genetic memory.
Right, exactly.
I mean, that makes sense.
And say you have a kid that is actually your biological kid and a kid that you adopted. Mm-hmm. Are you going to feel a different way about one of them?
Obviously this guy isn't feeling that strongly about it because now he's thinking about not doing it just because his wife and his gay brother seem to be getting closer together.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that whole helping, nurturing, and raise an entire individual human being doesn't fucking matter because I'm jealous of my brother. So apparently it's not that important to him.
I just picture like the gay brother and the wife in like a baby store, like laughing and giggling and picking out baby clothes. And he's just in the corner like staring at them with fucking pure hate.
Well, then man the fuck up and tell your wife and your brother, you dick. Who gives a shit?
It'd just be weird to see.
Of course they're bonding over it. They're freaking about to share in the life experience. You are too. You're going to be the one actually raising that. Now, if your brother goes up and says, oh, man, my kid's going to be great, you're going to be like, hey, bro, thank you for being a sperm donor. But you do fucking realize this is going to be my child, right?
Not only that, when the kid is like 14 and is hanging out with the uncle's going to be like,
you're my kid.
Yeah. Dude.
So...
Oh, no.
Yeah, there's going to be some drama. So, one, you need to fucking get on this right now, dude. You need to tell your wife, you need to tell your brother that you are uncomfortable with how they are approaching this. But, like, it's cool that you guys are bonding over this and that we're making this happen. But, sweetie, we're the parents, not you and him. Me and you are raising the child.
But the uncle and the girl created the child.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy.
It's fucking crazy. This is a complicated situation, and he needs to set some fucking boundaries right now.
Yeah, but you're still going to tell the kid eventually.
Of course. I mean, otherwise, some drunken Thanksgiving, something's going to get awkward. Hey, son, nephew. Why'd you call me your son?
Nephew.
I mean, that's my thing about it. Stop worrying about the shit and sperm donor and go adopt a sad kid that was taken out of a crack home and give that kid a good damn life. Because essentially that's all you're wanting to do. You want to take a human being and you wanting to raise them to become another good human being and to go off in the world. Genetics shouldn't fucking matter. So.
Yeah. Kind of pissed I got that email.
If my dad wasn't adopted, people, do you realize that I may not be here? I may not have been here. If my dad wasn't adopted, my dad could have been passed through foster home to home, been abused, maybe gotten into drugs, or maybe could have been a normal person but ended up in a different space or different place in life. He never met my mother, and I would never have been born.
I guarantee none of those things would have happened.
Yeah. By my dad being adopted, by the nurse that delivered him. Mm-hmm. Because my grandmother, my biological grandma, went from the East Coast to California to have this baby.
The nurse adopted it?
In secret. Yeah, because she went from the East Coast to go to the West Coast to have this baby, so no one on where she was from would know about it.
Damn.
And the nurse that delivered that baby found out and adopted that baby. My dad has a brother
insane.
who the parents are the biological parents. He has a brother who's 18 years older than he is. Mm-hmm. But he was adopted by two people that saw a child that needed a loving home.
Well, she must have been on the West Coast for months, right? She didn't just roll out with a pregnant belly.
I don't know the specifics as far as the time period, but she came over here.
She didn't want anybody to know
She came over here to have a baby in secret.
Right.
And I wouldn't be here. My whole family wouldn't be here. I mean, 20 plus of us, all my nephews and nieces, my kids, all these people. My brother's a paramedic who saved people's lives in Chicago.
Yeah.
Me, who went into the military.
Yeah.
We've done great things, all because somebody saw a child who needed a home and gave that kid a home. But you fuckers are so worried about this shit, making sure the baby pops out of your vagina, that you're ignoring all those people.
So do you think if you
But then again, I guess if they created their child, then that child would go on to do great things too. But whatever, semantics.
Yeah. What do you think would happen if you created a time machine and you went back in time and killed your grandpa? Before he had your dad.
Before or after he had my dad?
Before.
Well, if I killed him, that's the grandfather paradox.
Yeah, it is.
First off, any guy who goes back to kill his grandpa is a dick.
No, I think the first person who discovers a time machine needs to go back in time and kill their grandpa.
Why?
So that we have the answer to the question.
Why?
I think that what happens is he'll like stab him through the heart with a knife, and then poof, and they'll both just go poof.
Yeah.
And disappear.
Well, that's assuming that there's only one reality, and I personally believe in alternate realities.
You should watch Stranger Things.
I believe that there is an infinite universe of possibilities, and that a reality is made differently.
Like
there's a reality where my interview went shitty, and I called you and said we're not fucking doing a podcast today, and it's on a totally different timeline,
dude.
Or there's a reality where the interview went great, and I called you, told you I'm coming over, and I'm riding my bike over, and I get hit by a car and die.
Not only
Three
is
realities
that
right there. I just made that shit up, and it could totally be possible.
Well, no, not only is it totally possible, that's exactly what's going on.
So you going back to kill your grandfather, that just means in that reality you're an asshole, and all your other realities aren't assholes because they didn't go back to kill their grandfather.
So in other realities, I would have never made it to 24. I would have died before then. That's crazy to think about.
There's some where you never. There's some where there's no people. Maybe a lightning bolt millions of years ago struck a different scum pond. And instead of human beings, there is a species of advanced lizards. Who knows? So,
advanced lizards.
Hey man, made it up. Lizard people. Isn't Hillary Clinton supposed to be lizard people? What politician is supposed to be a lizard person?
Barack Obama. On his last day in office, what he's going to do is he's going to address the nation live, and he's going to rip his mask off. I have this on good authority.
And he's like, fuck you.
And he's going to, he's going to display his actual reptilian self.
Which would be badass as fuck, I'm not going to lie.
It would be amazing. It'd be the greatest day in history of the world.
Dude, I saw this academic paper done in, it wasn't MIT. It was some advanced school. They were going through political sciences and all that stuff. They were actually like investigating and studying the movement and the creature
Putin?
That is politics. And they put up a table of what has happened since Obama has become president. And believe it or not, fuckers, shit's gotten better.
Oh, yeah,
It has gotten better.
For sure.
So...
It's the news.
It's the news, man. There's a great picture, and I'm sure you guys have seen this. It's the picture. The full picture is a soldier giving a guy water, and another soldier standing in a way where the barrel looks like it's pointing at the guy's head, and the guy looks like he's in pain. So they crop the picture to where it shows. Yeah, look it up. We can make that. Ooh, we should make this the episode artwork.
I don't know what I'm gonna type in to fucking find
soldier
it.
Water, soldier gun.
That's what you were just describing.
Oh, yeah, go up. Yeah, go up. Up. There you go. You see that one right there? It's that one up in the top left. Top left. Boom. That one.
Small.
How the media can manipulate our point of view.
Oh, yeah.
Boom. Right there. 3 totally different stories.
Yeah.
So that's what they can do. It's fucking crazy. It's really that simple. So, I mean, it's nuts, man. It's sad.
Nuts.
The media is a fucking monster.
It
is a fucking monster. Because we all know history is written by the victors.
Right.
So, I mean, you're going to study what the people who are on top want you to study. So, it's crazy.
There's another one, but I'm going to have no way of finding it.
Yeah, we're looking
It's
up the
just
pictures right now for those who are just listening on audio. Yeah, but that picture speaks fucking
there's the first
volumes. That picture speaks volumes because it really is that simple. Because that one on the left literally looks like he's about to cap that fucker. And then one in the center shows the reality, and the one on the right shows a more positive view manipulated into
That's
it.
craziness.
Mm-hmm. We're going to make that the artwork. That's fucking perfect.
All right, episode 25 of the show. What did we say it was going to be called?
Everybody has a bad day.
Oh, yeah. That's a good name.
Yeah, it's a good one. Hey, guys, I hope you all have a good one.
Yeah,
Pokemon Go people, be safe. All you struggling, just keep moving forward. Dude with the wife bonding with the brother.
Mm-hmm.
Keep
your head up.
Get some balls and fucking broach that subject.
Watch Stranger Things.
Stranger Things, Penny Dreadful. That's good shit. Check out Penny Dreadful, too.
Okay, I will.
I'm going to watch Stranger Things.
You should.
So if I watch Stranger Things, you need to watch Penny Dreadful. And I'm going to quiz you. I want you to tell me what happens in the first episode.
It's 4 seasons.
I'm gonna watch the first
Stranger
season.
Things is 1.
Then you only have to watch 1 season.
Okay, deal.
All right. So, time for it.
Okay.
Have a good one, guys.
We'll hopefully be back next week.
On Combat, check that On Combat book out, too. For all you people that actually complain and say you give a shit about these police shootings, read On Combat.
Read On Combat.
Or else you have no fucking saying.
All right, bye, everybody.
Bye.
That was long.